Good morning, friends. Happy Monday. It's a new week. I hope we all get to do something fabulous with it. It is Books and Brew, and I am here for you today talking a little bit about another print option besides the big A. I've been getting a lot of questions about KDP and doing books and journals and low content books and calendars. And I wanted to just touch on that briefly because I had a few people actually ask about that over the weekend. Amazon does not allow you to do calendars in their back end for the KDP. Most likely, that's going to be because they don't have coil bound printing. And you can't exactly take something like this and hang it on your wall and have it look right as a calendar. And so there are other options for that. If you wanted to do a calendar or if you wanted to do coil bound printing, you're going to have to go outside of Amazon for that. Once you do that, the only way really to sell those products then on Amazon is not going to be through the Author Central. That's going to put you into the whole other category in Amazon of doing Amazon fulfillment, fulfillment by Amazon. That's something I don't work with at all. That's its own whole other thing. But if you are doing workbooks or journals or some sort of calendar and you want to be able to sell that yourself via your social media, your website, your emails, you can easily use some other programs out there that will print those for you. So I wanted to show you just a couple of quick samples so you can sort of see the difference. I wanted to see how a notebook would look with coil bound versus a standard notebook. Typically in Amazon, you're going to get a notebook about like this. It's probably like a 6 by 9 size. You're going to get journals and they're going to have empty pages. But when you go to open those up, this one's pretty small, but generally speaking, they don't really lay flat, right? And so a coil bound is going to lay flat. So I took one of my sample notebooks that I had, Flocking Fabulous. I think this is maybe around 200 pages or so. And I put this up on Lulu. So you can see the coil binding right there that is on there. And this makes it very simple to actually, open outright. And you can see I have a little design on there. It's just standard lines, but then there's a little design just to make it pretty and cute. The other thing that I did in Lulu, which is I'm going to put a link down there so you can see what Lulu's about. I did a bariatric surgery journal planner that is pretty hefty. You can see this is the Amazon version, and it's pretty hefty because this is so big. I feel like it lays open fairly easily using Amazon, but I still had a lot of people tell me that they really wanted that coil bound version. And so I also have a coil bound version of it available that I share from time to time with people. So the difference though is going to be in the pricing. Adding the coil is a lot more labor intensive and therefore it costs a lot more to do that. To give you an example, this Flocking Fabulous notebook would only cost a few dollars to print on Amazon. Using Lulu, this cost $8. No one's really going to pay $8 for a cute notebook. I mean, they might, but generally speaking, that's not the type of thing you're going to be able to sell very easily and make any sort of profit, of course. So can it be done? Of course it can. This is going to be much better for something like a planner where you are justified in charging a little more in the first place. This bariatric planner, again, very thick. It's weekly stuff. It's 2 pages a week for an entire year. I think this cost me about $13. So I can sell it for whatever I want after that as profit. But then they also have to pay the shipping. So you're going to have pros and cons using something else. People are used to using Amazon and getting that free shipping if they have Prime and getting it within a couple of days versus ordering something like this on Lulu or an outside vendor. They're going to have to pay shipping and it's going to take longer to get. However, for something like a planner or a calendar or something that might be really important to them or their health, I know this has been a big seller for me, is, there it might be worth waiting for a week and paying to get get it. It's something you're going to use for an entire year, sure, right? So, just something for you to think about. If you have any questions on that, feel free to DM me or pop them into the comments. But I'm going to also put a link to that notebook on Lulu in case you wanted to just look at Lulu. That will get you to the site. You can poke around there and see how things work. Thanks. I know this one's a little longer than normal, but since I've been getting questions, I wanted to answer those for you. Have a great week, and I will see you soon.